you know, they're having trouble with rebalancing, which I talked about it. They're trying to do too much, and really at this stage in the game, like people want them to remove Artie. They're not going to do that. Um, they can't at this point. It's been way too long. But they're having trouble changing the game, but running into not changing it too much and not getting anything accomplished, changing it too much, and then it's not the same game and it hurts revenue. But yeah. But essentially, you know, like it is kind of part like, you know, they are a business, and if they just release things that people don't want to get to that tier 10 or tier 9 or at least like the tier 7 or 8 to spend a little bit of money to get their premium account and stuff, the game wouldn't exactly be alive at this point. It probably would have fizzled out like 2 years ago, stuff like that. You know, like I don't see too much of a problem with it. Like, unless they release something like the Waffle Trugger E100 again, that thing was blatantly broken for several patches, and even after they nerfed it, it was still blatantly too good. I went with it there. I was gonna hit the rock anyway. I decided to go over it. I'm gonna try to spot here. Let's see if I can get a couple people. Nope. My whole team's heading that way, which I'm fine with. I would very much like an SPG though to take a shot or two that way. Since we have literally no tanks over here. Shit, there's an M5 Stewart. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret going across. Or not. I completely agree. Like, I get why people don't like it, but, you know, you guys know my opinion on it. I like it as a how it should be implemented, which is what Wargaming's trying to do. Whether or not they get it to that level, to where it's more of a support class and less direct, like Alpha Strike damage, I think it'll work out wonderful. But people, I think they're always going to complain about it. It's just, you know, at least they'll complain less about it. I just wish Wargaming, Serb no longer responds to like Q&As on the Russian server, so you don't see his responses anymore. The same thing with Storm. Essentially, they're, you know, they've kind of, say, graduated from having to do that job. But more or less, you know, I used to like them answering questions because someone would be like, remove already from the game. Serb used to just permanent ban them on the Russian servers. Something like that. Like, I always found his Q&As pretty funny. Yeah, this KV-1S is chugging over here. Little does he know, I am not just a pushover light tank. Yeah, free spall liner. Which it will be interesting. The Clan War, what is it, the VK7201K or something, the one that's getting added to the tech tree in the next patch for the German heavy tanks, it's going to be under a different name. It seems like the players that own the Clan Wars one, because they're a little bit annoyed that they had to work for it, now they're giving it out as a standard tank, they might be getting a fourth equipment spot on that tank. It's looking to be that they are going to get something along those lines. So that'll be interesting. I hope this is like the only case of them doing this and it doesn't open up, like in World of Warships, premium ships can have added equipment slots and stuff, like the Arkansas Beta, stuff like that, compared to their same tier counterparts. I think that would be a very slippery slope for World of Tanks to tackle at this point. This has been a little fun match though so far. It's been a pretty good night for light tanks so far, if I must say myself. Granted, I love the T-37 and the Chaffee. They just scream American tanks, where they're not the best in any one area for a light tank, but they're good enough in every little bit of area, and specifically firepower, that they are very fun to play. Probably gonna, if this guy pushes over, I'm gonna try to tackle him. It's just, yep, I knew that there was gonna be already here. It's very hard to hit a tank on a ridge line. Reason being why I did not go over. That would have been very poor for my health. I was just waiting for this guy to aim at somebody else before popping over, since he was aiming my way. Thank you very much. Whew. This is a pretty fun match though. 1400 damage, 1200 spotting. Another ace tanker match. Thank you again, Abdul, for the request. I'm gonna have to clip this one out again. Tonight has been a pretty good night so far. All right, let me get to saving this real quick. It's making my replay folder